Okay, a commonly asked question on some of my videos by glow believers is, where's the water that's beyond these boats? And what you're actually looking at is the mirage surface. What does this remind you of? It looks like a miraging surface, right? So all that water that's above this visible water line is just a mirage, a mirroring effect. And if you looked at that water, you can see how as that water does get higher or raised up farther in the background, you can see portions of it becoming visible. Why? Because when it gets up high enough, my camera can resolve it the same way as this boat right here. My camera can resolve the boat. It can resolve the mirroring of the boat on the water. So this boat is not flying in the air, and it is not being pulled up by some kind of magical force of refraction. If anything, the farther it goes out into this mirage, just like a mirage happens, as a car goes through a mirage, it can actually completely disappear and then reemerge out the other side. The only problem with the mirage out here on the water is it's completely flat, so it's a continuing mirage. You don't have a high spot out there for these boats actually to go up over a big hill. Now, wakes and swells, they do, but this is why, when we look across land, you can't see on the other side of the land, right? So you wouldn't be able to see on the other side of these swells and waves if you could see them, because you can't see them because they become invisible within that miraging surface. So these are things that I'll be showing you, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to compare this, or my next video will be of a recent video that I took from Jenkins Creek's observation tower. Now this is in the month of July, where we have a lot of humidity and a lot of atmospheric issues, or I should say air density is full of water, so we are getting this this effect of distortion in the boat. But as you can very well see that the trees here are perfectly fine, but they have a little wave to them too, and that's due to this atmosphere, or I don't want to call it atmosphere because we don't live on a sphere. It is a atmospheric plane. But also, what else causes distortion, or what else can hide things? Light can. Light can hide things. If the light is too bright, it can glare off the water, which that's what you're looking at, is a lot of glared area. Not right here, but when we get over the top of the water, when you see the white on the boat, you see it glaring, the light coming off of the boat, and that also causes issues. And as you can see, if you go back through a bunch of my videos and start comparing a lot of them, you'll see this constantly changing horizon line. And that's one of the things that I want to put out. Now, I was waiting for this boat to come out, but apparently I wasn't paying attention because it went right on by and I didn't catch it. But hang on here, because I'm gonna catch up to it, because I figured it had to have gone by. So I will pan my camera to the right. Now, a lot of times when I'm up on this observation tower and other people come up there, they shake and wiggle it, and then you also got the wind blowing that will shake and wiggle it, which is really hard to also get a focus sometimes on the camera due to the fact that I've got the sun glaring in my eyes. I do believe this was in the morning time, so the sun was behind me, but when you got the sun behind you, it glares onto your screen. And, again, it makes it hard to get a good focus. But I don't think I could have focused this any better, because most of this is all distortion. And, you can see here with the boat, the light is distorting off of the boat. reflecting off of the boat and causing a distortion. But you can obviously see that this boat is still on top of the water. And people say that, oh, it's refraction pulling it up, when in fact, there's many times where you can see how a mirage will literally pull things down. It doesn't pull things up, it actually pulls things down. Globebusters recently did a good video. Jenkins had another good video out talking about refraction and everything. And a lot of my boat videos shows this refraction, but it's not refracting up, it's refracting downward. Now watch this boat settles down in the water. Look, he stopped and everything just sinks into that mirror, that mirage. So now he's sunk into the mirage, just like we would see, you know, with a car. Then once he starts to speed back up, he picks up, he gets up a little higher, the front end of his boat picks up, and we can see the bow of his boat. And then you can see the mirroring underneath the boat, which is pretty obvious that the whole boat's still in the water. The boat hasn't gone, hasn't vanished or hasn't gone bottom first. And I'll tell you that that's why they go bottom first, is because of this downward refraction. When you're in the mirage, it will literally draw objects downward. And I could probably come up with many examples of it. I can even do some tests to show it and prove it. But I think there's enough evidence out there on YouTube that if anybody's really interested in this and they really are looking for truth, they can go find that and research it themselves. I shouldn't have to do everything for you. As far as you know, I do a lot of observations and I bring a lot of visual footage to you, and I think it's visual proof of what I'm saying is true. This boat is not being pulled up. It's actually on top of the water. The water is mirroring the sky, and this is why the boat will literally look like it's floating in the sky. Now you'll notice some things further in the background too, and these are things that are on the verge of visibility, not quite out in the open, and the distortion in the light will literally hide them. Again, I mention this all the time. It's like a man walking into a well-lit room. And there's that boat that I had in my part 1 video, sitting at the edge of the water. And this boat's well above it. And it's not that he's flying in the air. This is not an airboat. This is a small boat. Pretty obvious that this boat is in the water. So again, I'll be bringing some visual proofs, and then show you how this horizon actually has some major changes to it. And then, you know, science wants to use a standard refraction calculator on it, and I think it changes so drastically due to angle of light, the atmospheric conditions or plane conditions, heat, wind, tide, all these things play a role in it. So when I bring out the next video, I hope you'll be able to see a big difference in it and go back and compare the two. All right, I'm all out of focus here on this one. So I'll let it go, and I'll see you on the next one. All right, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and share. Have a good day. Bye.